Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So we're here to finish up our little Hinge journal. So I have this old vintage piece of paper, and I got this from Happy Mail from Marianne. Thank you so much. I've had it for a while. You know, sometimes it takes a while to decide where something is going to end up, but we're going to make the little pouch that this journal will go into out of this piece of paper. It's an old piece of paper, so I noticed when I scored it, it cracked a little bit. So I think what I will do is put a little bit of like old book page on here, just kind of as a stabilizer. And it doesn't have to be fancy looking, because it doesn't really matter. It's just to help it so it doesn't, you know, tear in half or whatever. So I'm just going to put some glue on this. I think I might tear just a little bit more off of that. I don't need all that foldy area there. So I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. Today's going pretty good. Just want to get this one done, which shouldn't be hard because we don't have a whole lot left. I have a few more things I wanted to put in it, but I really should not have done the glue on there, obviously, because I made a mess. Let's see, let's find a glue book. Put that glue there. Wipe this off, because then when I fold it, it will all stick together. Okay, so that's there, and then we'll take another little piece. So again, it doesn't matter what this looks like, we're just stabilizing. And I've made a playlist so that you can watch if you are just starting watching on this video and you're not going to know what in the world's going on. It's called Mini Hinge Journal, and it's one of my playlists, so go check that out if you want to see, you know, from the first one to this one. I had some people asking, so because I did the flip through of that Arteza scrapbook journal, I kind of had people confused, which I understand, but it's after that. So after that flip through is when I started making this little Hinge journal. If you're new, welcome, of course. And we want everybody to know how to do these things. So I scored it, this score line is about, because I didn't like specifically measure, it's 4 inches. And then I scored across the bottom 2, and that doesn't really matter, you just want something to fold up. Yeah, you can see where that cracked right there. So that part will probably mostly get cut off, but let's just put a little bit more behind it to protect it. That's the thing when you're using old book page or, you know, magazines or whatever, they definitely will crack easy. I might go ahead and just do a little bit more on this one too. So yeah, sometimes you can use washi tape too if you don't want. Like if you wanted to put it on the outside as more of a decorative thing, then I would use washi for that. So that should strengthen that nicely. Yeah, it definitely cracked. Flip this. Where's the fold line on that one? Okay, and that's pretty a big overlap there. Is that going to fit in there once it's... I don't know if it'll fit in there now. It seemed like it was way big enough, and then when you fold it, it doesn't anymore. So I think what we're going to do, we'll make it a little gusset. So where's my little thing here? And I'll just do like maybe 3/4 of an inch gusset on it. It just wants to tear right through that every time. Let's put it on a No, that was more like a half. That was... Okay. That way my bag will have a gusset so that it'll definitely fit. And I'm probably going to have to strengthen that some more. That paper is just cracking and breaking. Which, you know, I should know better, but I really wanted to use that. I liked the color of it and the image and everything on it. So let me see. I'm trying to get another piece of paper. That one's mostly covered, but up at the top, some of this will be cut off, so it won't matter. Okay, let's get those folded. Oops. Now it's not wanting to fold at all because of the paper back here. Just do a good fold on it. See it cracked again too, right there. This may not end up working. We might have to get a newer sheet of paper to do this, but we'll try to get it fixed. I could just put that front image on another piece of paper. That is always the trick when working with old stuff. Oh, come on, you silly thing. Okay, so then our bottom fold will come up and parts of this will get cut away. So I'm going to cut, and I'll show you where I cut here, the caps on these. We're just going to cut right up. There's the first score for that fold. And I'm going to cut up this second one because we're going to have to make almost like a little sack, you know, with a bottom on it. So don't cut that fold out, but you can cut this piece out right here. This one out. And this one we're just going to cut up the line, the fold line. And I gotta look at this too to figure out exactly. So these little folds are going to come in. This one needs to fold over to make a flap. And we're going to cut across the top before we glue that all shut. Let's see, where's my... trying to find some of my decorative scissors here. I think we'll use these. They're kind of like basically pinking shears. And I'm going to cut along the line just to make a decorative top on it. But if you want it plain, then you don't have to do this part. Because it's always interesting. I think I went down Did it go down sloping? Oh, no, it's not that bad. It looked like it. Okay, so I'm going to do one more little fold on this, I think, because I don't think I want it overlapping quite that much. I guess it is crooked, huh? It's really just this. I made it worse now. Okay. All right, so that will get glued together. I'm just gonna put glue, actually put it on this flap, right up close to the edge. And then we'll kind of go out to about here, just to make sure that stays together. And then we'll also do the inside edge of this one. So hopefully there's no gaps. If you can actually run the glue along there. Right. I'm going to cut this down here. And these will fold in these little flaps. We'll put a little bit of glue on the bottom of them so they'll stick to the bottom of our little bag here. A lot of times I don't do these with gussets. I just do the regular sort of like coin envelope style. And they fit just fine. It's just that this one, I ended up folding it. I thought I had it folded in the right spot, so we just had to play with it and fix it up. That needs to be folded more. Oh my goodness me. And I'll probably end up cutting the bottom off of this a little bit so I don't get my hand in here. Oh, what is the deal? Sorry, just want to get that bottom stuck good. Okay, so I'm going to use these and cut this as well. This flap. a little ink on that before I glue it down. Okay. And back in there. Okay. Wipe off some of this glue. Sorry, that was a mind bender for me. But it'll fit in here a lot better now with that gusset on it. Alright, and I think those seams are okay, even though they, you know, they appear to be split just a tiny bit, but that's just that outside paper. Since we lined it, I think it's fine. Just putting my ruler in here to get this part nice and glued down. Okay. And there we have it. So I like it. It looks good. Okay, let's get that all inked. Then we'll finish our little journal. I like that image on the front. Probably would have been good if I got the bird, but that's okay. And a lot of times I will, like, you know, decoupage the front of them. I've used Glassine bags, work great too, so if you don't want to, like, you know, build your own bag, that kind of thing. Glassine bags work great, or other little paper bags, paper sacks, that kind of thing. Get rid of all the junk here. Okay, so that's our little sack, and let's see. So that'll slip right down in there. And I will have the wrap around it too, so it'll be a little bit tricky, but I think it'll work fine. We'll try it before we finish here. I cut out a few more things that I wanted to add. Oh, let's do the cover. That was the one thing I wanted to get done. So I have, this is from the Feminine Finesse Digi as well. I'm just going to go around that. And I shrunk these again because they're supposed to be quite a bit bigger. But I'm going to put it kind of right here in the corner. I think I want to make another one of these. These are really fun. Just a little bit there. Because you can do lots of different things. And this is just a little bird that I shrunk as well, that I found. And this one might be from, I think this one's from Tailor Made Journals. So it's a bird in her German scrap. And I did link it in the last video, and I'll try to remember to link it again in this video. Like I said, I'll put all three of these videos in the playlist, same playlist, so that it's easier to find them and watch them. I'm going to put this over here a little ways, and then the little bird somewhere, maybe right there in the corner. They're so tiny it's hard to adjust them the way you want them, and then they stick to my fingers. Put this kind of sideways, and that's another little piece from Joff's Feminine Finesse, which just shrunk way. I think I did 4x6 on some of the envelopes and things. Okay. There's that. So that just gives you a little something going on in the corner there. And in here, I had that corner, and I don't know if I'm going to use that one or a different one. I have a few other ones. I do like that one. And that's one of Joff's corners too, so it has a little fold, so it gives it a little bit of a gusset, which is nice. And then this is one of her envelopes that is shrunk way down. I think, like I said, I did 4x6 on that. And then the little card that goes in the inside. And I lined this one with Allie's Chai Mocha because I accidentally printed on the other side. So that goes in there. So yeah, I think I'm going to put that on that corner. Let me ink it a little. And Joff has a new digital download that she's giving to all of her subscribers. So if you go over to her channel, and it's Medieval Mirage, and I'll try to remember to link that as well, you get a free digital download of one of her, or, you know, a new digital kit that she is giving away. So go over and subscribe, and you'll be able to get that. So that's pretty awesome. And another person is Lorie. Her name is Lorie, and she's at Enchanted Dreams here on YouTube. You guys should go check her out. She's a new channel. She's been a long time subscriber and supporter of mine, and so I want to support her as well. So if you guys would go over and check her out and subscribe to her little channel. She's got just over 100 subscribers last I checked, so yeah, just go check her out. She does some nice work. It's beautiful. So I think that will go in there. It's a little, I don't want to pull that pocket off though, so I'm going to wait before I put it in there. And then we had a few other spots where I wanted something. Let's see, I've got these that are, I think, supposed to be journaling cards, but they would look cool like on the corners or something as little tucks, I think. This is like a belly band. Oh, there's these ones too. These pockets are cool. Or there's that one. But this is another one that has the folded sides so that it's easier to put there. I think I'll use that one. These I did at 5x7, the same size as the pages. So as long as you can pick any size that you want to do, just make sure that you're making your ephemera the same size that you make your pages, so that your pockets aren't huge or way too tiny. I did do 4x6 on a few things just because I wanted, like these really tiny. So, and the envelopes I made 4x6 because I just wanted them smaller. But if you're wanting, the pages with the pockets that would fit, just make sure you make those the same size. Otherwise they won't fit right, and it'll be weird and frustrating probably, so. So even though this is a little journal, it does end up getting kind of fat because you add pockets and envelopes and all that stuff, and it starts to get fatter. Could I use one of these in this? Yeah, I like those two. And so these are just going to be like little journaling cards, and they're on a cardstock, but I didn't back them, so I'm going to ink them a little bit. So they're not plain white. But you could get very elaborate, you could do all the sewing and all the backing and everything if you wanted to make it more, just depends on how elaborate you want to make it. or as simple as you'd like. I didn't want to, I kept getting caught up on the edge, and then I think I will add one of these as well. Kind of like this one. Maybe we'll add a little something to this one. This one is backed. There's those big roses. What do we want to put on this? Butterfly? Butterfly's too big. Oh, it could go kind of at an angle. Maybe? Oh, she looks good on there. Everything I put on there. Oh! This is. I don't really like that, but I do like her on there. So let's go ahead and put her on. Maybe some old book page or something behind her. Just need to grab a book. It doesn't have to be much because this is not a very big spot. Neat. Okay, I don't think it needs a whole lot more than that because it's pretty tiny. And there's a few cards in there, and let's go back and see if that's dry enough. It should be. That art glitter glue dries pretty fast. Let's turn it so you can see the frame with the flowers. That'll go there. There, right here was where I wanted another something. Little birdie. That's a little large. This would be a good little tuck here though. I think. Or one of these. I think I kind of just like the roses on there. I'll just do two sides to make it a little tuck. I have this little butterfly, but where do I have another? I don't know if I like that color. I think I had another one. I just don't know where it is. I guess you can definitely see that one there, so that might be a good thing. And I'm not sure, those are whose butterflies these are. That one better. I like that one better. I don't know what it is, I just like the natural color a little better on there. So put that little one on there. It might be Rachel at Roxy Creations, but I'm not sure. Because I think I shrunk some of hers down too a while back. Okay. And then we need some cards or something fun in there. Let's see what we got left. Maybe that one would be pretty in there. Oh, there's this one too. I like that one because she's looking that way. Just works a little better. There's this one. That might be better to tie in the red. So I think that's what I'll do. And that one's backed with Allie's Chai Mocha. And maybe we'll go ahead and put a lady or something in there. This little girl with flowers tucked in, so that'd be cute. I like doing these mini ones because I think it's fun to just put in these random pieces of ephemera in these for some reason. Okay. That's got stuff. I'll do one more tuck or something on this page. This might be good just to do kind of along the bottom and have it as a top tuck. Got this shoe. That shoe would look cool on there. Yeah, let's do that. So these ones don't have the tabs, so they're kind of a good one if you do them in a larger size to stitch along the bottom of a page. You could do that here too. You would just have to do all that stitching before you put your hinges on. I'm just going to put glue along the bottom. And because my pages are, you know, torn and uneven, this is kind of a good option because you're not trying to sit it in the corner, you know, when there's no real great corner. Put our little shoe on there. And these shoes are also in TaylorMade Journals German scrap. Okay, and we can add some little cards or something in there. Oh, this lady would be good in there. Tuck her there, and then a card or something. That's very pretty. Yeah, I like that. This one's backed. And these are so pretty, you just really don't need to add anything to them, I don't think. A lot of those cards by Joff are just beautiful images on there. Alright, so I think it's nice and fat now. So we need to put on our little band here. And I will sign it. We should do a little flip through real quick, just so you guys can see all the pages all done. Okay, so that's our cover with our little collage there, and a little envelope. And this little tuck, that was the first one we did. And this pocket has 3 pieces of ephemera in it. And this one also has 3. And then our little belly band with a different style of envelope, and it also has the little card in there, if I can get a hold of it. And we put a little birdie on there. And that goes in here. And then this little page has a little one of Rachel at Roxy Creations doilies, and a bird and some lace, and then that little card. And then this little pocket added a butterfly, and there's 3 pieces of different ephemera in there. This is just for writing. This one we have the 2 little added pieces. You know, I might put, I kind of want something on that one, like maybe just a boot. And these are ephemera, or not ephemera, I apologize, tailor-made journals. Ephemera also has some German scrap type stuff, but this is tailor-made journals. See, good thing I did a flip through, right? A little boot. And that's completely glued down, so that's not a tuck or anything. Need to put a little dot right there. Okay. And that pocket, and here's a little pocket. We could add another little something in there. This little girl maybe with the flower basket. Cute, tucked in there. Alright, and then this one has a couple pieces of ephemera, and there's 2 in here in this pocket as well. And then our last one, just that tuck. Alright, so let's put this on. And put it in our envelope or bag. I may have to trim these a little. I was waiting till I had it, you know, how I wanted it before I trimmed it. Alright. Trim those a bit. I'm going to put my pin in my glue. And then it'll just sit down in our bag. Probably a little trial and error since the edges of the bag are scalloped and we have fabric, lace no less. Just have to be careful. Oh goodness. But it's definitely a fun little gift for sure. Yeah, and you don't want to, here, let's hold these down. You don't want to glue those down, obviously, because that is just a slip on and off cover type thing. Okay, so there's our little journal down in the bag. Alright, so I hope you guys like this idea, and I hope you make some of your own, because they are really fun to make and pretty simple. So like I said, there will be a playlist with you know, all 3 of the videos, so you can see it from beginning to end. Alright, we will chat again soon. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye now.